What's up, guys? It's Rob here, and today we need to talk about Rumble stock, ticker symbol CFVI, because this stock has been doing incredibly well over the past couple of days. There are a couple of catalysts that have led to this, mainly some things that the CEO has been discussing, as well as some growth statistics that they've revealed, as well as some other CEOs of other companies discussing Rumble on Fox Business. So let's start off by taking a look at the chart and see what I'm talking about. You can see that already CFVI has done incredibly well yesterday. They aren't actually up today. They're down about 5% from where they closed, but that's understandable because towards the end of yesterday, they began skyrocketing on big volume. We've had some big reveals regarding CFVI and the team that is going to be working with Rumble in the future. So we're going to get right into that. The first thing, though, I will show you guys Rumble. The platform, in case you guys don't know what it is, it's right here. It's rumble.com, and you guys can actually go view it for yourself if you guys haven't seen it yet. If you don't know what Rumble is, then feel free to check out Rumble. And also, this is a page of my channel on Rumble, Rob Almazy. If you guys want to follow me on Rumble, feel free. Just so you guys know what Rumble is, there you go. But now for the main news that came out yesterday, some very impressive stuff for Rumble happened, right? So Rumble announced yesterday that it has hired Michael Ellis as general counsel and corporate secretary. And for those of you who don't know who Michael Ellis is, he formerly served in senior legal and policy roles in the intelligence community, White House, and Congress. So a very well-rounded guy, a very knowledgeable guy. He seems to know about the inner workings of the country, especially the fact that he was in the intelligence community makes him seem like a very impressive pick for the general counsel. And it is believed by the Rumble team that Ellis will provide top-notch counsel as the company continues to expand. And now we have a quote from the CEO of Rumble, Chris Pavlovski. He says, "Michael is a battle-tested lawyer who understands the inner workings of government at the highest levels. His experience at the intersection of technology and law, combined with his maturity of judgment, will serve Rumble well on a wide variety of legal compliance and government affairs matters." So this is surely a beneficial thing for Rumble. The fact that they have someone working for them in the general counsel who has been a part of the intelligence community, White House, and Congress is very impressive. Rumble was moving up on this news yesterday. That's part of the reason why they were rallying, because of this pick of Michael Ellis. So they've been doing incredibly well. And now we have a quick snippet of a video to watch, about a 5-10 second snippet of the CEO discussing Rumble. And what he's actually talking about is Rumble's partnership with Truth Social. So he's going to start off by saying something about Truth Social, which for those of you who don't know, is the social media platform that Trump is launching alongside his Trump social media and technology group. DWAC is the SPAC that's going to be leading the charge on that. So here's the quick snippet for those of you who are curious.
When it comes to Truth and Trump Media and Technology Group, I can confirm that we do have a partnership with them without getting into the details, but we are definitely not going to be competing against them. It will be a cohesive relationship, and we'll both be working together.
Okay, so you heard him. You heard the man yourself. The CEO of Truth Social just said it, that they will have a cohesive relationship and that they will be working together with Trump, essentially, with his social media company and with Truth Social. So overall, this sounds very beneficial for not just Rumble, but for Truth Social as well. And we definitely make a lot of videos on DWAC also on this channel. And I will point out on the channel real quick, we currently have 8,044 subscribers. You just saw it go up there live. And we're actually trying to get to 8,100 subscribers. So if you want to join the family and if you want updates on CFVI stock, whenever there is noteworthy news, then feel free to subscribe to the channel. Maybe we can get it up to 8,100. We would only need about 60 people to subscribe to the channel to do it, and that would be much appreciated if you would join us. Now, regarding some of the more interesting statistics with CFVI stock, you can see that on Google Trends. Obviously, on Monday, we had a big pump up in search volume for CFVI. A lot of people were looking for it then. Since then, we haven't had as big of a pump up yet. However, the next pump up could actually lead to a big shooting up of the stock price, because if you look back on Monday, that's actually when we went from around $10 to $16, okay? And we have not had since then a big pump up in the search volume. So we are looking out for the next time that CFVI starts getting talked about a lot on Google, because that seems to be an indication that CFVI stock price is going to be moving up as well. Obviously, we've seen some smaller movements in CFVI, but nothing compared to what we saw when it went from 10 to 6. That was a 60% upshoot in the price from $10 to $16 right there. So very impressive stuff. We'll definitely have to keep an eye on the Google Trends data for CFVI, but also CFVI is one of the most active stocks on StockTwits. It is the number 4 most discussed stock, and that's very impressive. I mean, this is typically you wouldn't think that Rumble would be the most discussed stock on StockTwits, especially something that, although it has moved up quite a bit, typically StockTwits tends to talk about stocks that are up a ton, like 60, 70, 80, 90%. And it's impressive that they've managed to retain their ranking as number 4. Although you can see all the stocks pretty much right now are moving down. The markets are pretty bloody. CFVI as well. It's down 4.74% on the day, but pretty much everything is bleeding at this point in the market. So it is not surprising to see that we have stagnated a little bit, if not moved down a touch on CFVI stock regarding where we closed. I'm not too worried about it, though, because there are some incredibly impressive growth statistics related to CFVI. So I have mentioned these in a previous video, but for those of you who are new, feel free to partake in these amazing statistics that we've got. Over the past 1.25 years, viewer engagement on Rumble has grown 44x, and that's not 44%. It hasn't increased 44%. It's 44x its growth. So 44 times more people are now engaging on Rumble than were 1.25 years ago. So incredible stuff. They now, as of August 2021, have 44 million monthly active users on Rumble. Once again, very impressive. And they just revealed this latest statistic just yesterday. They reported 80 billion viewer hours for last month. So incredible stuff. Rumble is a rapidly growing platform. CFVI stock is surely going to be benefiting from this in the future. And it's notable that Rumble is currently valued at $2.1 billion, but rapid growth in this stock price could continue. In fact, if you look at CFVI stock, Rumble was valued at $2.1 billion when it was at $10 per share. So it's already grown quite a bit. So Rumble, when it actually ends up merging with CFVI, will surely be valued at a much higher value, at least as long as it doesn't fall in price. As long as CFVI doesn't fall back to $10 or lower in price, then Rumble will be valued at more than $2.1 billion, because this number is pulled from the actual filing, what they'll be valued at according to a $10 stock price for CFVI. So when they actually end up going through with the merger, they could be worth a lot more. And they could actually do a PIPE deal, a private investment in public equity, by raising some more capital, and they could do that, and that could potentially raise their value even more. We'll have to see. That's what Trump did with DWAC. Maybe the CEO of Rumble will do it with CFVI as well. We'll have to see if that happens. And one other notable thing that I did want to mention is some news from Cantor Fitzgerald, which is a financial firm. So Cantor Fitzgerald, the financial firm, the CEO of that firm, Howard Lutnick, has been appearing on Fox Business, and he actually was discussing CFVI and other social media related SPACs, and he says that in his opinion, this is a quote, Rumble is going to take the middle. So he's very bullish on CFVI. He's been around for a long time. He's the CEO of a big financial firm. We'll have to see if other institutions end up taking a liking to CFVI and to Rumble, because that could be very good for the stock price. If a bunch of financial firms end up liking them, as it seems like Howard Lutnick has, then that could definitely be very good for their stock price over the long term. The more investors and the more liquidity we can get into a stock, the better for its price. So overall, it's looking like CFVI could be doing very well in the future. Overall, it's looking like a very fast-growing company, a very well-liked company, at least by financial firms, at least by some financial firms. A lot of people seem to like them. And overall, they've been doing pretty good growth-wise. So I think that CFVI could be a good one, but obviously this is not financial advice. I'm not recommending that anyone buy the stock or sell the stock. I'm just giving you guys my opinion and some of the news on CFVI, some of the potential catalysts that could be raising them in the future, but nothing in the stock market's a guarantee. So other than that, guys, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to subscribe to the channel, like the video down below, and have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.